Harlem Portrait, the show that wants to shed a light on the fundamental contribution of African Americans and Africans to the building of this country and on Black excellence. And today we have excellence of excellence, a guest who is Harlem-based. She's a singer and songwriter. She's one of the brightest musical stars from Guinea and a committed activist for the empowerment and education of girls and women in West Africa. Welcome to my Harlem Portrait, NATU CAMARA.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Maria.
So let's start from the end, which is the last thing that you just did. And it's this amazing, amazing concert, free concert in Marcus Garvey Park here in Harlem, which was called HARLEM MEET AFRICA. Not only you performed it, but you organized it together with your team. And it was a fantastic concert. Tell me what made you decide to embark in this incredible adventure, because I know it took you quite a long time to make it happen.
Yes, I live in Harlem, and I tour, and my tour, there's so much fun. People enjoy the music. People enjoy the African music. They dance nonstop. They have so much fun. So I always wanted to bring that joy into the community of Harlem, because Harlem is a historical place for the Black people. For the Africans and African American, Black and brown, this is a very special place. And the culture is known to be expressing themselves through art, through music, through whatever form of art they have. And that's a little bit disappearing. I live in Harlem and I don't feel that groove going on. And I wanted to also create a bridge between my family, my sisters and my brothers and sisters and parents of Harlem, native Harlem people. I wanted to create a bridge between the Black American and the African Black, and also the brown people. And because the culture is very rich, how do we get to celebrate each other, blend something together, connect, share the culture, share the spirit of it, and then invite everybody else around the world to come and celebrate us as Black and our culture. That was the dream. And we started from a small portion of it, thinking, okay, let's just do a free concert, called Let the Music Speak, Harlem Meet Africa, the sound of hope and healing. So anytime I go on tour, some people come up with this, your music is so healing. It's so, the sound is very powerful. So the sound, hope and healing, the sound of hope and healing came from that, from my audience. I took it from them and I used it, and I said, oh, okay, if that's the way they feel all the time, maybe I should just use that as one of my slogans. So this purpose was to just have a healing moment. Everybody sharing one platform, dancing under the roof, bringing the color of everybody that lives in Harlem, because Harlem is super mixed right now from every culture around the world. It's literally the definition of New York.
Yes.
Harlem is the definition of New York from my point of view.
I totally agree with that.
So I hope we deliver that, because we definitely had fun. My team and I put this together. They believe in the vision. They believe on the whatever wild thing I had in my mind, and we work nonstop for a month. We didn't have a lot of time to prepare this because I was touring. So we have to wait until my tour was almost over to focus. But we did the work and it was packed. People showed up, they responded, and we are very thankful for that.
And we are thankful you did that, because it was, as you said, it was a very important and healing moment And definitely healing is what we need right now after this 3 years of craziness, pandemic, wars all over the place, fascists going on in all the countries, including mine. So that was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have been named the Tina Turner of Guinea, and you have established your presence in global music as a very powerful performer who is committed to social justice. When you were on the stage the other day, you said you are not a politician, but really what you do is politics with a block P, is a real politics, because politics is thing of the people, taking care of the people, and that's what you do. What do you want people to know about your country and what moves you?
I will always insist on this. I'm not a politician.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an artist, but I am an advocate for the minor. I am an advocate for women. I am an advocate for young girls, for children. I'm an advocate for human rights. That I will definitely express myself through that. It's the same thing I've been doing in my country since I was 16. In my country, when I was young, girls are not known to speak up. They're supposed to be married when they're 13. I'm thankful my parents let me go to school, but they struggle to see me not accepting to just go for a marriage, insisting to finish in college. They wanted me to finish, but to be maybe a president. They say, you're too smart, you could be. I said, no. This is what I want to do. I want to do music. So nobody understood why I was doing music. Of course, I had a big fight with my whole family all the time. And the government also took them very long to understand, because we are the first hip hop and R&B all-female band in West Africa.
Yep, in the early 2000s.
Yes, we started in
Ideal Black
1997.
Girls, right?
Ideal Black Girls. We started in 1997, and it was just, what are these girls doing? Are they destroying their lives? But we all went to college. We used school as our weapon. We fought. We expressed ourselves. The girls were following all the school. When we were playing, stadium was full of all the school. Children were there.
Wow.
And we pushed toward the government. We let them know we are serious about this thing. Doing hip hop is not a crime. It's an expression, and we were very inspired by the Black American culture in Africa. We're very, very inspired by Mary J. Blige, by Tupac, by all of these great people who were here. And, we just we dared ourselves, and we wanted to just express ourselves. That's all we were asking for. And the government at the end saw we were going to school. So one of the things they will tell the kids, well, if you want to do like the Ideal Black Girls, at least go to school, because they're still going to school, they're in college. So there was no excuse for them to call us losers, because we were doing everything by the book. Whatever our parents wanted us to do, my father made me sign a contract, and I respected it. I finished college, so he cannot blame me anymore. And we've been trying to be good as much as we can, and also do what we can. And it's the same thing I do back home right now. I created my foundation, Dimedi Foundation. It means child, to follow what we started as a kid in the country, mentoring girls, giving the people without voice, helping them get the voice so they can become the best version of themselves. Now I have that power because I have the knowledge how to do it. I don't have all of it. I'm still learning a lot, but I have people who believes in me, and they helping me through this journey, and they just going along with me with whatever this vision means to the kids. So I'm thankful for that too.
That is fantastic. Tell me a little bit about this foundation, because you found a way to speak to this silent minority through your music and to help the kids. This was at the end of my interview, but we can talk about it right now. Your foundation is very important.
The foundation is half of it is based on mentorship, mentoring girls from 13 to 22. That was the first one. Now the first pilot we have is from 16 to 25. This first group we got is just amazing. From the girls that were so shy, they couldn't even open their mouth and speak within a small group of 25 girls. Today, they speak up. When you speaking over them, they will say, no, stop. I'm not finished yet. I need to express myself. And they are going, most of them now went through this school break, this vacation. They didn't go on vacation. They went to look for internship.
Wow.
They were working. So they are working on making the best version of themselves. They think we are helping them, but we always say we are not helping you. You are helping yourselves. We're just giving you the platform to get the best version of yourself.
That is a fantastic.
And the girl, I was lucky enough, I met a young lady also from Guinea. Her name is Helen Sanusi. She have knowledge about the mentorship program. She encouraged to go on and do the first group. Once the first group is settled, we can actually build them now as to become the next mentors of the second generation we are picking. And that strategy is working so far. And the other side of it, we are supporting orphanages in Guinea. There's one particular orphanage. She have 43 children in her house. It's not even a proper built orphanage. But some girls, because they run away from their parents, you cannot be pregnant before you get married. So they just bring the babies and drop it at her door. Oh, wow. And she collected them. She took care of them, but she's getting older. When I was in Guinea, they approached me because I was named as one of the ambassadors for Conakry Capitale du Livre, the reading book in Guinea. Some people reach out to me there. They say, we see what are you doing. We see what are you doing on TV. Would you be interested to come and see this orphanage? Maybe you can help them. We walked there. My mind was blown. The way she make food for them, the way she organized everything. So I dedicate myself to helping her through the education. So we check what they need, we support them. And we also call out to the American Embassy in Guinea, who donated books. You know, they also help even having the platform to do the mentorship program through Zoom. Because we don't have an office yet open. So, but we have to get partners to help us get the Zoom so everybody can get the training we are given from America. So those children are one of the kids we are working on, helping them finish school. And we also having a collaboration with other small organizations that are focused on children education. To be honest, we are just like, as an artist, I'm just trying to fulfill anything people approach me for, and try also not to be distracted. So I just want to put my focus on one thing, the girls mentorship program with the girls and supporting children education and keeping myself from going above that. Yeah. We're doing a lot more than that.
I think you're doing more than enough as a one person. So this is very encomiable, and thank you for doing that, especially for those kids who are in an orphanage, this lady who's taking care of them by herself. Wow, this is crazy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Tell me how you came to New York. How did that happen?
That is a very long story. But the short one is I had my husband who was sick. He had pancreatic cancer, so I had to come up.
Right.
I had to stop my tour in Africa because we were supposed to deliver our second album and to come for him and be there for him. And when I came, I didn't know what to expect, but I had to be there for him. And 2 months after he passed away,
Oh, I'm
and I
sorry.
had my stepdaughter here, and she needed to be taken care of. So yeah, I got stuck. I got stuck because I had to help her go to school.
Mm.
I also have to figure out what to do, and also because he was my best friend. He also was one of my really not only my husband but my best friend. I just got lost into it. I got lost into it in America, I think for 3 or 4, and at the end I was just, that's it. I don't know. I think I just went on blind and woke up 4 years after that.
Wow.
Swimming on myself and doing whatever, swimming in America for 5 years. But I turned out to learn a lot, to find myself, and I don't know. Honestly, I just want to say God brought me here for a reason, and I landed here. After that, I went back to Guinea. It was not much to do anymore because my band already went to Europe,
Mm.
and I came back. So it became my home. It became my home. I tried to manage to have 2 homes from Guinea here, and I said I think I'm God just planned stuff, and I just jump into it and swim.
That's right.
Yeah.
You just had to take what came to you and make the best out of it, and you
Yeah.
definitely made the very, very best out of it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about your husband. I didn't know about that.
Thank
Sorry
you.
about that. I saw you performing the first time at the Harlem Stage Gatehouse, and you were performing with your 6-piece band. And you were performing songs from all over your catalog and also new material. And I thought that show was it just blew my mind, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to interview since then. And now it's finally happening.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
know that you perform in 5 languages, and you are committed to speaking the language of the heart. And that brought you to NPR's Tiny Desk meets Global Fest 2021. And then you were a 2020 New York City Women's Fund for Media, Music, and Theater recipient. Tell us a little bit about this.
We, as an artist in New York City, you have to, especially an independent artist, you have to look for how to sell yourself and the opportunities that are in New York. So one of the things we do is doing research, what's happening. We were supposed to play at Global Fest, and then the pandemic happened, and they took it on to with Tiny Desk, and we were thankful to be part of that. The goal for that was to be exposed to promoters and to vendors so they can book us, and we're thankful for that. And we also applied for the New York City Women Fund to be able to produce my second album. And they went through it, and we were one of the winners. And we were so excited. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this. How can they get me? I'm from Africa. But yes, we were so thankful we got that. And I started to work on my album. It gave me something to work on during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because, when the pandemic hit, I had such a nice, beautiful tour, and everything got canceled. And we had all of this ticket book. I was like thinking, oh my God, what do we do? So the panic was there. But because of that, I had something to look forward to working on my second album. And I also had something to look forward to, doing events. So I was busy through the whole pandemic. I did not get bored. I did not was stressed. I was not stressed. My stress was the first 2 months.
Yes.
I was just so busy. I don't even know how much busy I was. I was so busy, busier than now,
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure it out, because it gave me time to work on NATU CAMARA as an artist. It also gave me time to have a clarity about the foundation I was about to build, because I was just helping everybody trying to help everybody wasn't clear. But this pandemic, I was able to set up the clear goal for the foundation. Also was able to apply for the Lower Manhattan Council Musical Fund,
Oh,
which helped me do the Harlem Meet Africa event yesterday on the 16th, because we applied for that, and the LMCC, New York Lower Manhattan Musical Council, we applied for that too, and they approved it for me to be able to give a free concert to the community. But even that, they didn't know I was involving other people. It was just supposed to be Natu performing for free.
mm-hmm.
But because I'm so dramatic, I don't like to do anything small.
Mm-hmm.
I decided just to I decided to just make it. I have a funding, have funding. Maybe I can just raise the other funding to just make a big concert,
Mm-hmm.
involve the people from Harlem instead of just playing Natu. This
Mm-hmm.
is my way also to connect with the people of Harlem and include other artists, make it something important.
Mm-hmm.
So we were able to do that. All of this happened during the pandemic. So that break for me helped me. That
That
break for me now is moving all the data I need. I still have a lot of work to do as an independent artist to reach out to the right market, but I did achieve a lot.
that is amazing, because it's true that what you did there by inviting other artists from Harlem really has created that bridge that you were talking about. You have shared the help that you got, you shared with others, and that's very beautiful.
It was my dream, Maria. I always dreamed to be the bridge, because I'm aware of the small gift I have, or big gift I can call from God, which is listening to what people are saying, and trying to see how I can be useful. How can I be on the service?
Mm-hmm.
And being with people in Harlem, hanging out in the cafes, in the neighborhood, and with musicians, with friends, I hear what they say.
Mm-hmm.
And also with my audience, when I'm playing, when they come to me, they speak, no matter how much we're rushing, I hear what they say. So I'm aware that there is a bridge that is needed. And I have a lot of respect for the Americans here, because when I was in Guinea, we used to idealize them. We want to be like them. But when I came to America, I realized everything we were learning on TV was not true.
Exactly.
So it's we were thinking they were in heaven and everything. They were just, it was a lot of things happening. We came here, we discovered there was racism. I didn't know that when I was in Guinea. The thing I've learned so much, of what they've been through. So I have a lot of respect for them. And I'm praying that I will be able to create this bridge between Africa and Africans and African Americans. There are already many people doing it, but I'm hoping to also give my part, to do
Yes.
my little part. And there are many other sisters and brothers trying to do it. And hopefully we all can be one day meeting somewhere and achieve to getting the African children to Africa by
That
sharing the spiritual moment.
what you're doing is really being the glue that puts all the pieces together of this puzzle. And this is very beautiful that you can do that, because you have the spirit, you have the heart, and you have the talent for that. And now you have the power.
Not yet.
Well,
I
you
don't have the
have.
power yet. I'm still making a lot of mistakes as I go. But
Who doesn't make mistake?
yeah,
Only people who do nothing don't make mistake. So, but what you're doing is really very, very important and necessary. And it's the same reason why I do this show, is because living in Harlem, coming to Harlem, I learned so much, as you just said. I knew there was racism here, but not as much as there is. And so I want Europeans to understand what's going on and what African Americans have done to build this country, what their contribution has been, because it's not known at all, not enough.
not enough in Europe or in Africa.
No, not
Yeah.
enough. You have been influenced by, as you said, American music, and you have also, though, big influence by Africa, Miriam Makeba, Nina Simone, who came to Africa, Fela Kuti. Tell us a little bit about this.
Nina Simone always inspired me. Her rawness. She's so raw and bold. Listening to her, when I just have to respect, because herself is a piece of art.
Yes.
And if you're able to express yourself that way, that's amazing. And Miriam Makeba, us as African children, there is so many you cannot do, especially as a woman. So many you can't do, so many you're not allowed to say, so many no's. She was one of the fighters. She been through it all. As much as when we were kids, even that I was in hip hop and R&B, I had my influences, but I was a bit detached from the world of playback and the world of semi-live. I was very curious about instrument, about performance on stage. I was very, very curious about how she was able to play in a room full of strangers in Europe and in America. I was very impressed with her charisma on stage. I was very impressed on every fight she been in South Africa. And I told myself, listen, if Miriam Makeba can do all of this thing, have all this fight, she's still alive. I think I can do it too. I can do it too, because she's doing it. So,
Yeah.
and she's from here and she's still alive, and people still respect her. So I can also do it. So she gave me that power. That's why I always have to honor her when I'm performing. And the other one is Tina Turner. When I saw a friend of mine bought a poster in France, sent it to me, and I saw her legs. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, that woman got some pretty legs. And the video that comes with that poster, she was performing and moving from one end to the stage to the other one. And I was looking at her like, trying to, I'm like, oh, whoa, she got so much energy. So the two of them, the power I've always wanted to rely on is those three women, because they definitely represent what I want to be when I grow up.
Yeah.
I'm still working toward that. And I give myself no excuse to not perform on stage, because I will be like, what would Tina do? What would Miriam Makeba do? I also have other musical writing prospects. When I'm writing my music, I also think about Richard Bona. I love Richard Bona.
Oh, wow.
I always say, oh, what would Richard Bona do with these arrangements? So when I was doing my album, I arranged my first album, and it was a lot in my head. And
What's the title?
one of my song I did is Dimity,
Mm-hmm.
and there is other songs also I did called Wa, and there is also a song called Goleng, which also I thought about Mano Dibango. It goes with the saxophone. I didn't add saxophones, but all of these giant African performers and music creator, I learned from them. because Africa got a lot of flavors, they got a lot of grooves and a lot of percussions. And as a rock artist, I do the rock because I like to express myself. And I grew up in hip hop. So soul, I'm very soulful, I'm very expressive. So I use the soul and Afro rock. The thing is, how do I mix the soul and Afro rock together, bring all of this sound together, and also add my stage performance to it? I'm still learning, I'm still working on it. I tell you, I'm no genius, I'm still working and learning every day. And I'm thankful to have leaders like, legends like these people who inspires me.
Wonderful. Okay, what is your next move? And this is going to be the last question.
My next move, well, I don't know. The next move is my second album, which I have to finish now and deliver to the city.
What is it called?
I'm gonna keep that as a secret.
Okay.
I will deliver that on another, time. Yes, but I'm super excited about the album and super excited about the journey that will take me through. And I'm also still building up my team to be able to play in bigger platforms and to be able to have all the access I can get to in America, to be able to do this bridge.
Yes.
And I'm also, reaching out to people, hoping that all these little steps I've taken will lead me to a bigger steps, where I can be able to really do the bridge, build this big bridge between Africa, especially New York, and especially America and Guinea. Guinea is one of the richest country in both sides in the world, and one of the richest country in Africa. The mountains, if I told you it ran 6 months, even when you sneeze, literally you can grow anything there. But it's been buried in the history because of the relationship between the colonizers and Guinea. But this is a time now for me where I can say, I am from Guinea. Guinea is a beautiful country. Please go and visit. Dig in, read a little bit more than what you see on Google. There's so much things in Guinea, the music, the people, the culture, the food, the land, the earth, everything is just beautiful. My goal is to be able to build this bridge between Guinea and America, and I hope I'll be successful to it. I will try my best. And the next one of that, it's Harlem Meet Africa next year.
2023.
2023. I am looking forward to that. And I'm also looking forward to my next tour for 2023 and also growing my foundation.
Well, you got a lot on your plate.
Got a lot, yes.
I wish
I have a good team, and I'm hoping also to have very much other people who can join my team to make it all happen.
We will support you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm right there because what you're doing is right, what is needed.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I wish you the best with all your project.
Thank you, Maria.
And I thank our viewers for seeing this episode of My Harlem Portraits. See you next Saturday.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Maria. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao, Bella.